Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a look at our weather week ahead and this Labor Day weekend, starting off on a drier note today as we've seen a mix of clouds and sunshine, as you can see from this view mid-afternoon in Texarkana. A little bit more clouds further to the south, but temperatures today likely will climb into the lower 90s across a good chunk of the area. We continue to watch an upper level disturbance, which is now situated across the middle of the country. This system right in here is gradually going to settle across the lower Mississippi Valley. It will keep the chance of rain in our forecast, but that threat of rain is looking somewhat low here for the next few days. So let's check out the latest from Robbins Toyota Futurecast. And you can see that as we go through the nighttime hours tonight, we're going to be looking at the what little rain we've seen develop today wrap up. We'll see a partly cloudy sky for the most part. Tomorrow, expect that mix of clouds and sunshine. The stray shower or thunderstorm will be possible, but you can see the coverage tomorrow will be rather limited. So we're probably looking at rainfall chances at 20% or even less across a good chunk of the area. Going through tomorrow night, we'll see a partly cloudy sky across the area. And then for Monday, we move through Labor Day with that mix of clouds and sunshine and a little bit more coverage of those scattered showers and thunderstorms during the course of the afternoon. Now, longer range, what's going to happen is we will see that upper level disturbance become centered closer to the Arklatex instead of to our north and east. And as a result, we likely will continue to see a little bit of an uptick in the coverage of the rainfall chances. You can see that most of the rain to our north and east, but as we go through the middle of the week, we will see that feature become centered further west. And as a result, a little bit of an uptick in the rainfall chances, especially for Wednesday and Thursday. You can see by Thursday, the center of the system just to the east of the Arklatex will give us a little bit better chance for some rainfall. Speaking of rainfall, again, very limited here for the rest of the Labor Day weekend. Futurecast showing rainfall totals probably will be less than 1/10 of an inch for much of the region, but we could have a few pockets where we see more than 1/2 an inch, but most of the Arklatex, again, should see very limited rainfall. Given the uptick in rain later this week, and which could continue into next weekend, the longer range models showing pretty good chance so much of the area will see at least 1 inch of rain. We could have a few spotty higher totals, and of course a few locations that could get less given the scattered nature of the rain. In the tropics, we do have Tropical Storm Earl, which formed yesterday out in the Atlantic. This system is slowly moving off towards the west-northwest and is a minimal tropical storm at this point. Here's the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, and you can see that it is forecast to move towards the west-northwest. But before it gets too close to the Florida Peninsula or the East Coast, it will make a turn towards the north and eventually the northeast. So it looks like this system probably not going to impact any significant landmass, could come relatively close to Bermuda. So your forecast here at home for tonight is looking partly cloudy. For the most part, we're looking at dry conditions across the Arklatex. Expect lows to settle into the low to middle 70s over most of the region. 72 in Texarkana, 74 degrees for the low temperature tonight in Shreveport. Tomorrow we will see again that possibility for the stray afternoon thunderstorm, but again should remain relatively isolated as far as the coverage of the rain. And it will be a touch on the hot side tomorrow with highs for the most part in the low and maybe even a few middle 90s possible across the area for Sunday. 10-day forecast shows that we will see the chance of rain increase a little bit for Labor Day as well as for Tuesday, and then that uptick in rainfall chances will continue Wednesday into next weekend as daytime highs probably in the lower 90s for the next couple of days will eventually settle back into the upper 80s for the rest of the 10-day period. Overnight lows will stay near or slightly above normal for this time of year, as we'll see lows for the most part in the upper 60s to lower 70s.